Good morning still. Okay, welcome to the special town council meeting of April 1st, 2025. Can I have an approval of the agenda, please? Thank you, Councillor Butler.
I would move the approval of the agenda as circulated.
Thank you. A seconder?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, that is carried. Do we have any declarations of conflict of interest? Look up. No, thank you. Oh, the land acknowledgement, sorry. We'll do that next. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. It's not on my agenda, but certainly.
I would like to acknowledge Wolfville is situated in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of Mi'kmaq, and as such, ask that we conduct our business with the 7 sacred teachings in mind: truth, honesty, love, courage, respect, wisdom, and humility.
Thank you for that reminder. Public input. There's nobody in the gallery and nobody online. Thank you, David. So we'll move on to motions and recommendations from the Special Budget Committee of the whole meeting from March 11th. First one is the Wolfville Fire Service Mediation Arbitration Windup. Would someone put that motion on the floor, please?
Do that
Certainly, Councillor Butler.
since I'm not allowed to do the other one.
Okay.
I would move that council approve the mediation arbitration wind-up agreement as presented.
Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Elliott. Motion is on the floor. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Contrary minded, that is carried unanimously. Thank you, Steph, for all the work done on that. That was a big file. Thank you, CAO. Motions from Special Committee of the whole, March 25th, 2025. This is the long one. I know Councillor Palmer has been practicing budget and operations plan. Would you please put that motion on the floor?
Sure. Okay, thank you, Mayor McKay. I would move that council approve the, I don't know, how do I say that? I would make the following motion, like, oh, it's here, we're off to a bad start. You did. Like, yeah, you did. I apologize for that. The council approved the 2025-26 town operating budget, 5-year capital investment plan, and a water utility operating and capital budget, including the following details. Town operating budget with revenue and expenditures in the amount of $16,388,511. Residential tax rate of $1.465 per $100 of assessment applied to taxable residential and resource assessments. Commercial tax rate of $3.5655 per $100 of assessment applied to taxable commercial assessments. Taxes to be billed by way of interim tax bill issued in April due May 30th, 2025, and final tax bill issued in August due October 1st, 2025. Interest in overdue amounts to be charged at a rate of 1.0 per month compounded. Town capital budget with year 1 totaling $9,275,085, including capital reserve funding of $2,887,025, operating reserve fund of $215,800, long-term debt funding of $1,902,860, active transportation grant funding of $620,800, investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, ICIP funding of $3,483,200, and other grant funding of $105,400. And I'm just getting started. Water utility operating budget with operating revenues of $1,594,200, operating expenditures of $1,712,020, non-operating revenues of $36,000, and non-operating expenditures of $101,700. Water utility capital budget totaling $1,746,600, including capital reserve fund of $418,300, municipal capital growth program funding of $504,500, capital from operating reserve funding of $6,250, growth in revenue for infrastructure development funding of $293,50, and long-term debt funding of $514,500. Fire protection area rate pursuant to Section 80 of the Municipal Government Act of $0.0555 per $100 of assessment. Business development area rate pursuant to Section 56 of the Municipal Government Act of $0.23 per $100 of commercial assessment. Sewer fees, sewage usage rate of $7.08 per 1,000 gallons of water used by customer. Flat rate of $135.70 per quarter. Minimum quarterly charge of any metered customer, $29.85. Sewer connection fee of $6,500. Water connection fee of $6,500. Sewer and water connection fee of $6,500. Low income property tax exemption, income threshold to qualify a maximum of $46,491. Maximum taxable exemption of $1,064. Grants to organizations under general government community development, not part of the strategic or community partnership policy. Acadia Scholarship Bursaries, $11,000. Acadia University Events Hosting Contribution, $30,000. Summer camps, $15,000. And athletics, $35,000. That it?
That's it. Thank you very much, Councilor
Seconded.
Palmer. Thank you. Seconded. Want to reread it? Just kidding.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Chair, just before the vote is taken, we identified there was one error in the motion as it was read.
Okay.
Fire protection area rate is not 0.0555 per $100 of assessment. It is rather.
Okay.
So-
Sorry, 0.0562. Okay.
So we can have the motion amended to reflect that rate.
Yeah, start over.
Uh,
Just kidding. Yeah, April Fools. Yeah. Are you okay with that change, Councillor Palmer?
I am.
Councillor Butler, you seconded it. Are you okay with that change?
I will second with the amendment, yes.
Thank you.
Apparently,
Wow.
there might be another one.
Yes?
The maximum is 46,500. And the income threshold is 46,500.
Yes?
And the maximum tax exemption is $1,000, $1,065.
$1,065. Okay, so the corrections that have been brought forth are 0.0562 for the fire protection area rate and the low income property tax exemption, the income threshold to qualify a maximum of 46,500 and the maximum tax exemption of $1,065. Perfect. Is that okay with you, Councilor Palmer?
It
Councilor
is.
Butler?
That is okay with me as a second.
Thank you. So the motion stands on the floor with those corrections. Any discussion, comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, that is carried. Wonderful. Do you want to keep going? Deputy Mayor, do you want to read the operations plan motion?
I would move that council approve the 2025-26 town operational plan permitting staff to add financial details as approved in the 2025-26 operating and capital budgets.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder on the motion? Councillor Williams, thank you. Any questions or comments on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, that is carried unanimously. Deputy Mayor, do you want to read the next one as well?
I would move that council approve the hiring of a full-time permanent community recreation program as part of the 2025-26 budget.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder?
I'll second that. Oops.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. Any questions on the motion, comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Contrary minded, that too is carried unanimously. Want to keep going?
Keep going.
Yeah.
I would move that council approve the hiring of a full-time permanent administrative assistant in the office of the CAO as part of the 2025-26 budget.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Williams, thank you. Any questions, comments on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, that is carried unanimously. The next one for capital grant contributions.
I'll keep going.
Okay.
I would move that council approve a $40,000 one-time capital grant contribution to the Wolfville Legion to support facility upgrades as part of the 2025-26 budget.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Elliott, thank you. Any questions, comments on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
I
Contrary minded, that too is carried unanimously. Next one?
would move that council approve a 2,500 one-time operational grant contribution to Horton High School franchise to support the Duke of Edinburgh Experiences Canada Exchange as part of the 2025-26 budget.
Thank you. Councillor Williams, seconded that. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion? Signify by saying aye. Thank you. Contrary minded, that too is carried unanimously. Last one, is a part of our budget process. Yeah, Councillor Palmer, do you want to, since that's audit based?
I would move that council approve the municipal fees policy number 140-015 as attached to RFD 013-2025 as amended.
You, a seconder for that motion. Councillor Elliott, thank you. Any questions or comments on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. That is carried unanimously. That was a lot of motions to signify a lot of work into that budget and operations plan. And even with a few delays, on the 1st of April, we have a completed budget. Yes. Like being in a municipality that, we might be first. I like it.
We're close.
We're close. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for your work on that. Do you have a comment, CAO?
Just to reiterate your thanks, that was a significant effort from a lot of staff, specifically our Director of Finance, Beth Hopkins, but contributing as well was the entire senior leadership team, the managers from across the organization, and every other member of staff who's provided input and feedback, whether it be small or large. Thank you all. It's an incredible effort to have been part of over the last number of months. So thank you for that, and to council as well. This budget and the operations plan is framed around your feedback, what you've shared with us, and what we've together tried to create here to move the town forward. So thank you guys all for that as well.
Thanks. Now get to work. Adjournment. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please? Thank you, Councillor Palmer. Seconded.